If life is too easy, maybe you're not close enough to God. Let me explain. The other day, I went to get a haircut. And when I go to get a haircut, it's always a good experience, not just because I get a nice haircut, but with my barber, we're always chatting it up and we're always having conversations. And it's not just like, oh, did you see the latest trade or what's in pop culture that we're talking about, but sometimes we really get into deep conversations. And this last time I was at the barbershop, my barber told me that when life gets the hardest is when you're walking closer or trying your best to walk as close as you can to God. That's when life is the hardest. And I was like, wow, that really makes sense. Like, because like the devil doesn't want you to be closer to God. Many times in life, we go through many different things, no matter like the highs and the lows. But sometimes when we're on that roller coaster of life, it may even though there's highs and lows, it sometimes feels as if everything's good, everything's going as I planned. But when we get closer to God and we start trying to follow His will, that's when things start to fall apart. Um, just the other day, my wife and I, we were talking, and she was telling me about her Bible study, and we started talking about Job, and it's just so crazy, the story of Job. And if you haven't read the book of Job in the Bible, you should go read it and just to understand and learn the story behind what happened. But a short synopsis: basically, Job was chilling. He was next to God. He was walking with God. He was basically, for lack of better words, just he was in his word. He was studying daily, doing what God wanted, and that's when the trials and tribulations came to him. And the devil was like, I don't like how he's just chilling like that. So he went to God and he was like, yo, let me mess with your boy. And God was like, yeah, you could try, but you can't really mess with him like that because he's devoted to me. And I won't spoil the whole story, but basically, Job went through a lot, and lost a lot. But despite all of that, he still stood fast and didn't give up on God. Many times in life, we could be also going through a lot of things, but when you're in the storm, that's when God is even the closest to you, when you're going through your storms. Another story that's in the Bible that I think about all the time is God is always with us. We just have to tap into Him. If you think about the disciples, I think about the story of when they were in the midst of their storm, and they were going through a lot of things. And you can take this and apply it to your own life, whether that be you're currently going through physical storms, Mother Nature is literally storming, whether it be rain or whatever, or you're going through storms and trials and tribulations, spiritually in your life. Things are just not going the way that you thought they would. In that same sense, that's what the disciples were going through. They were going through a literal storm, and they were, uncertain about what to do. They tried to do things on their own, but not knowing that I wouldn't say not knowing, they just forgot. And sometimes we forget that God is right there with us. They literally had Jesus in the boat with them. He was in the boat with them, and they were trying to do it on their own. The God that created the universe was literally there with them. Like, imagine if you're trying to imagine you take your car to the dealership, right? You take your car to the dealership, and then you pull out the tools and try to fix your own car there at the dealership. when literally the people that manufactured the car are right there, and you decide to, no, I can figure this out on my own. But you literally took your car to the dealership, and the people that know the car the best are right there, but you're like, nah, I'll just fix it here myself. That's what the disciples were doing. They literally had Jesus in the boat with them, and they were still trying to fix the situation themselves. I say all that to say, no matter what you're going through in life, don't forget that God is in the boat with you. God is always with you and beside you, but you have to let Him take over and let Him guide you. God is not going to force Himself into your life, but if you allow Him to be the leader of your life, He can calm the storms. Jesus literally just got up after the disciples called on Him, and He was like, "Yo, storms, chill out. Waves, chill out. You already know what it is." And they were just like, "All right, God, bet." The storms like literally obeyed Him. So I just wanted to leave this word of encouragement to you today. I know this video is a little bit different from like some of the videos that I've been doing, or what you're probably used to watching from me. This video is a little bit different, but I thought it was necessary, and it was on my heart to really share that no matter what storms you're going through, and even as a reminder, even to myself, this video may not be for anybody else but myself, but just to know that when storms are coming, and storms come in my life, knowing that I'm getting closer to God. I see it as a sign of victory, not a sign of defeat, when I'm going through these storms, because I also know that when I am in the storm, God is right there with me. So I just wanted to leave that on your heart, and I hope that someone is blessed and touched by this video. You already know what I'm going to say. I say it every video, and even more so for this video. Share it with anybody you know. Share this message, share this video with somebody that may need a blessing from this video. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. You already know what I'm about to say. I'm out. Woo, woo, woo.